And so half of women believe that their leadership skills came from their experience playing sport. And so everything my daughter is doing, I'm like always trying to reference and relate it to something that is in the real world, not necessarily just like on the soccer field, but like, you know what you just did there? Like that is such an important quality that's going to help you in your relationships when you get older, in your friendships, as a parent, you know, going out into the working world.
Yeah, it's so true.
Yeah.
That's such a good point. Dr. Colleen Hacker, who we've had on the pod for New Year's, she used to do all this team building at the camps we used to do during the summer, these leadership camps. And she would sit everyone down after we do these silly, fun team building exercises and these girls. And she would say, okay, I want you to tell me, raise your hand, something that you just did on the field and how it then applies to life.
That's good.
She would make that leap. Like, okay, what you're doing applies to life. And they would, right there. They'd be like, the way I was communicating and not getting mad with my teammate, even though she was effing up. No, they wouldn't say that. Even though she was screwing up, you know? And I just, you know, like that's how we should communicate in life. We can take care of each other. We can correct, but we can also take care of each other. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to cry. This is
That's
it.
right. That's right. That's so good.
This is it. Okay, and then we also wanted to give a little shout out to, as Kinger mentioned, all the amazing organizations. We're not going to name them all, but there is this really cool link on the Women's Sports Foundation website that shows you all the celebrations that are happening around the country on a map. And you can you can type in your zip code and say, okay, pull up any events that are happening within 50 miles of me. And then it will pull it up. And so it's really cool. And as Kinger mentioned as well, like all these colleges and universities now are using it smartly as a tool to get kids out and young girls out to their sporting events. So for example, you have Bates College in Maine, who on February 8th, and this is a week-long celebration for a lot of them, and they do it around the Women's National Girls and Women's Sports Day, which is the 4th. But young girls can join women they bring in all these various Bates women's sports teams, and they put on a clinic, and then they give them lunch in the dining hall, and then they have an opportunity to go watch the Bates women's basketball team compete. Isn't that cool? So you get a clinic,
cool.
You get lunch, and then you get to go to the basketball game.
Let's
and a lot of them
go.
are doing that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah.
San Antonio Spurs.
Love B's going to give out a lot of T-shirts and things, which is great.
Yeah, Love Volleyball.
So they get some merch, too,
yeah.
you know, sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. San Antonio Spurs, the Spurs Sports and Entertainment and local partners are hosting a next-gen girls sports takeover day at the Frost Bank Center, which is where the San Antonio Spurs and NBA team plays. So the girls will be able to, again, they can do hands-on career workshops, which I love. They can do clinics, but they can meet coaches. They can meet athletic trainers. They can meet members of the media, pro athletes. And so they can figure out, like, and actually learn, like, okay, beyond just being an athlete and getting active, what those jobs look like and what I could actually do in real life. So that's really cool.
I like the fact that HBCU colleges are really involved too. You know, the black colleges and stuff. I like that in universities. No, that means we're inclusive. We got to always be inclusive. Think about others and not just ourselves. And
and
it's good. You meet different people.
Like getting girls who aren't exposed to this typically, right? Like that's the key to all of this. And finally, I9 Sports, a national rec sports league, is launching Gains Are for the Girls, which is a commitment to get 500,000 girls playing in their program by 2030. Let's go, I9. Let's go.
Yeah,
all
let's
right.
go.
That is your special National Girls and Women in Sports Day party starter.
Let's go.
Good.
We did it.
Yeah. We did it. Okay, and as we know, the numbers are so important. They matter. Participation matters. Keeping girls in sports really, really matters.